Stellar Blade is kinda amazing. I've had the game on my list for a solid amount of time, and yet while I was waiting for someone to sell me the PS5 game at a lower price, a second hand, they revealed it was as always coming to PC.
So you come crawling back, you cheap sack of shit.
Therefore, it was time to see what the game is really like. Is it overhyped? Is it goated? Well, for some reasons, primarily two big ones, it sure is. There are other great reasons, naturally, so I want to dive into my thoughts. Following a triple RGG video in a row, because I'm trying to grow, we have something that I want to talk about and make out of passion, which is, you know, other games.
I love games.
So, Stellar Blade, also known as Stellar Babe, Stellar Blade, and a few others. Still not replayed. Okay, that's a stretch. Anyways, Baller Slade is a great game that took me by surprise. I initially remember people saying, yeah, it's good, but not worth the PS5. And what I have to say is, it's an amazing game, but still not worth the PS5. Let's get into it. It's amazing for horny reasons, yes, but I think the gameplay is a standout. The combat is insanely satisfying. It plays like a usual ARPG with Souls-like elements. Wow, what a surprise. But I think the biggest example I can give the game is to call it how Yahtzee says, a ghost train ride game.
A template that I shall call the Ghost Train Ride.
Linear with a lot of set pieces and a good enough length. It has usual light attacks, heavy attacks, XXX and YYY and XXX.
and YYY again.
Has no stamina bar, feels like a hack and slash hybrid with some shooter mechanics, utilizing ranged attacks from the drone, which are really fun, not gonna lie. Like, eventual New Game Plus will go hard for the range builds, that could be fun. But, yeah. The game doesn't feel like character action because there isn't too much styling involved. For example, no air combos, Eve can't cancel most animations without mods. At least it felt like that. And the dodge is extremely, and I mean extremely strange. Usually dodging is always the safe bet. It's always the safest bet. But this game has dodges that have less iframes, if any. Unless you perfect dodge, which means this game is a parry and block game. And, yeah. This game I played heavily parry and block oriented, which is funny because not even Lies of P, where it's much more important, did I do that. I kinda clicked with parrying in this game somehow, which is rare to me. Regardless, the combat doesn't have character action depth, it doesn't fully have Souls-like depth as well. It really is just a ghost train ride of incredible fun. There are plenty of options, sure, like different grenades, ranged stuff, jump attacks, active skills, and naturally the powered up mode that every game has. The talking mode in this game is, it kind of felt meh. Probably my least favorite powered up mode in recent games. It just doesn't do much. Also, I couldn't really upgrade it much because like 70% of the skill tree is automatically upgraded once you get it, and like the stuff that I want, the stuff that I didn't want to get because it didn't look interesting. So, talking mode to me was very disappointing, but yeah. Ghost Train Ride. The game has classic level boss structure and it's great. The location variety is pretty good, and I just wish the open levels, the desert and the wasteland had more visual impact. The level design in general I think was pretty good. The enemy variety was actually somehow really good. Weren't many enemies I actively despised, and I think the designs go really hard. The bosses are honestly the standout for me in this game. A good chunk of them had incredible music, we'll get to that, and the fights themselves felt really fair. They hit hard, but you also have really good moves. Some were better than others, sure. Some were worse than others, yeah. But overall, this bunch of bosses was quite good. Better than Shadow of the Erdtree. Now, I might as well mention the soundtrack. It fucking slaps so hard. Holy shit. I'm genuinely surprised at how good it is. It isn't a masterpiece like Expedition 33, but it's definitely top 3 OSTs of this year for me, of the games that I played, that is. So many songs were added to the playlist and ooh, it's so good. And that's just some of the best ones, man. Oof. Anyways, time for Negative Nancy. I do not think the story is good. I think this story is at best serviceable. But, now, okay, yeah. I got the bad ending because I didn't really fully understand the story, but again, I didn't care. The issue lies in, is the story bad or do I not care? Simple answer is, I would care if the story wasn't bad, or at least if it wasn't mid. I think most characters are just okay. They aren't bad, they aren't great, they're fine. Eve is an okay protagonist. Adam is a somewhat interesting guy. Lily is just waifu bait, and everyone else is just whatever. I mean, Raven is kind of trash. Like, she's hot, but she has a cool fight, but like, she is just comical evil. She makes no fucking sense. She's really bad. Like, yeah, the story I don't like. I'm not gonna analyze it because, again, first off, I didn't think it was great. Second of all, I didn't understand it. But just because I didn't fully understand it, it doesn't automatically make it good and make my argument, like, better. I would have tried to understand it more if I thought the story was interesting. And I didn't. If you like the story, good. Because I didn't. Overall, the issue this game had, the big issue, was just the story. Had the story been better, the combat been a tad bit deeper with like air combos and different weapon types, it could have been wacko mode. An easy 9.5 out of 10. A product from a bygone era. This game is pure passion, I understand that. It's just pure fun from like the 2010s, but made in modern times of 2024. The big old 2024. Everything else, soundtrack, gameplay, bosses, visuals, set pieces, everything else is amazing. So it pains me to give it like a generous 8.5 or maybe even 9. Because I just had so much fun. There wasn't any time where I was just like, oh, this is annoying. It was just so much fun. I feel like it would have been up there if the story wasn't mid and if it just had more combat depth. Oh, and also if the side quests weren't trash. Just like FF16 and 15 and so on, they just keep having shitty side content. Jesus, oh my god. But yeah, Stellar Blade is a very generously amazing game. As a game, it's just pure fun. 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. Some of the most fun I had in recent times. It really just lacked substance. So yeah, 8.5ish. I'll call it like that. That's it. See ya and bye bye.
Infinity Body Cell Connect! It's charging right now! Charging complete!
Lily, my attack was blocked. Find a way to open its eye again.
I'm analysing it now! I've got it! The eyes of its side are direct hit! It looks like it's losing nerve connection!
Bye-bye.